Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Leader Lab. This is Leadership Shorts. Quick thoughts to help you level up your leadership. My name is Chad Wright. I'm the founder of Forward Partners. I am joined by the infinitely talented and great podcaster, by the way, Emily Deal. Emily, what are we talking about today?
Today we have a question. It's how do you teach your team to fight in a healthy way?
I kind of love this question.
Yeah, I know.
Because teams are going to fight, right?
We are.
It's like children. If you have, like, you've got 2 boys, I got 3 boys, you got multiple kids, they are going to fight. When you get married, you are going to fight. How do we fight in a healthy way? I like this idea. And what's funny is I don't think we think about this in terms of work. And so we don't clearly define how we're going to fight. We just assume that we've got this because we're adults.
Or that we're not going to fight at all.
Yes. Either we're not going to fight or we know how to do it well. Guess what? We don't. We're not going to do it well. We're going to do it really badly. And so then something will happen, a disagreement. And because we have not outlined how to do that and do it in a really healthy way, because there are healthy ways to disagree, right?
Right.
Because we haven't done that, then it causes even deeper problems that go beyond just the problem that we're wrestling with, right? And so I think the first step, and this is one that is always so simple and so basic, but one we never do, is to really give people a language to disagree, to set these rules and this language and vocabulary to say, okay, how do we disagree in a healthy way? What are the words we use? What are the words we don't use?
Agreeing on that together so that you have kind of a framework for it.
When things are good, when we're all sitting around the table as a team, we're excited, we're happy, we're not mad about anything. Let's form an agreement right now about how we're going to fight. How are we going to challenge each other? And this becomes vital because really when we, the way we define a thriving team, part of it is we champion healthy leadership. So as a person in an organization, if we're all championing healthy leadership and I've got a leader above me that, let's say there's a period of time where they're not healthy, where they're just showing up as stressed, right? Mm-hmm. How do we do that? How do we do that in a way that is helpful? I mean, we've established, like, if you see me screwing something up, I need you to grab me by the shoulders and shake me and say, stop doing this. Which
this is what I see.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever had to do that.
No.
I don't remember that, but I'm open to that. Because
I'm open to helping.
You're open to grabbing me and shaking me. I want to make sure that as a leader, I don't mess things up.
Yeah. And
I think it's really interesting to give people the language to challenge you, to say, how do you hear? Now, I love hearing directly. Mm-hmm. I want to know something's wrong, right? I'm curious about you. Like, what's the language to challenge you or disagree with you? What's a healthy way to do that?
Yeah, I think it comes, I do think the direct is helpful, but with, kind words.
Yes, like it's not, like, I'm fine if the words are not as kind. I'm okay with that. Your personality type, you want, hey, here's a problem, but I still love you.
Right. Well, and I don't want, the worst for me, I think, is knowing that it went a long time and I just kept doing whatever it was that was annoying you or bothering you.
Right.
That would upset me more.
You'd rather know quickly.
Right. I want to know what's going on. So that's where the direct is helpful.
Yes.
But yeah, the kind words need to be mixed in there so I know you don't hate me.
But it's funny how every different personality type, we all have a different version of that.
Yeah.
And what I find is helpful is to really help people create a cheat sheet that says, here's the ways that I hear. If you need to challenge me, here's the words you use. Here's the way to do that. And that actually then becomes helpful. And so, like, I'm working with several different organizations on this right now, where it is helping those leaders at the highest levels create a cheat sheet that says, hey, person 5 rungs down, if you see something wrong, how do you bring that to me in a way that I'll hear? That becomes so freeing because it sets the expectation that should happen, right? Like, I think you are free to challenge me openly.
I do.
And you do. There are times it's funny how you're very nice about it. You're like, hey, and I'm like, if you need to punch me in the nose, I understand. That's how much I value what we do. But I think it's freeing to say, man, I can challenge and I want to have that feedback.
Right. Well, and I think the other side of that is really being able, whenever you have things to tell me, because you have wisdom, I don't mind accepting that. I know that I can hear that and hear that input without being like thrown off or think that I'm doing everything wrong, taking that information and being able to just know that I can learn and grow.
Yeah.
The same way any of us can. It doesn't matter which direction it's going, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And I think that's important, that the middle ground, like we've talked about, that's
Finding
the other
the
side
middle ground.
important, is whenever you are having that discussion, knowing that like there's something you can both give, so that you kind of find the area where not everyone's winning, but you can agree that it's the best place.
Well, and I think that's where this goes to working on things as a team versus when we have a problem, we have two options, right? Let's say that we had a problem. It's either me versus you. I'm trying to get my way, you're trying to get your way, or it is, hey, here's a problem in between us. How are we going to work on this? And if we approach it as a team, we're much more likely to find a truly life-giving and effective answer, right?
Right. Because the discord is not going to help anyone,
Yeah,
right?
if you show up, the way I always tell people is if you show up looking for a fight, you will find a fight.
100%.
And a fight is almost never helpful, right? There's this many times in life when a fight is genuinely what needs to happen to move forward.
Yeah.
So I think really give your team the language to disagree. Set expectations that it's okay, that this is us navigating things together, that we're going to do it together. And really just establishing that early and really talking about it often is super, super helpful. It's very freeing for teams to know how to do that.
Right, instead of letting it sit and kind of fester and kind of turn into
then it
whatever.
grows into a real problem. So establish language to disagree and set the expectation that it's okay to do that. That's us working on a thing as a team. I think it'd be super helpful for teams. This is a great discussion. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Danny, for producing. Thank you, Wilco Workspaces. Thank you for joining us. If people want to send us more questions just like this, where do they send them to?
lab@forwardpartners.net.
lab@forwardpartners.net. If you want to follow us on the socials, where are they going to find us?
@forwardpartner.
@forwardpartner. We're giving away everything that we teach, everything that we're learning in this process. Thank you for joining us today on Leadership Shorts. We will see you next time.